had a client one time tell me what she was charging for a 3-month package that she was offering. And I wish that this conversation was random. I wish it was a one-off. Unfortunately, it's not. I have spoken to many nutritionists over the years, and I know that this is kind of the baseline. That number was $250 for a 3-month package. The first time I heard this, I was a little bit shocked. I didn't say anything for a second because I wanted to make sure that I was actually hearing her properly. She said it like it was normal and like it was just what you do when, your offers aren't filling up, or when you're first starting out or building your client base, or thinking that you're being competitive in your area. But that's exactly the problem. It's not framed as underpricing. It's framed as a strategy. But it's not a strategy problem in my eyes. It's actually a symptom of a bigger issue. Let's talk about where this is actually coming from, because it's actually not a practitioner confidence issue and it's not a math issue. You know how to do basic math like me. Not well, but you can get by. But this is a devaluing pipeline, and it starts way before you've ever set a price. Here's what this is, and here's how it works. This profession has no governing body. We don't have standardized employment paths the way that a dietitian does. There's no regulated title protecting what you do. That absence sends a signal, whether anyone says it out loud or not, that you're somehow second tier, less legitimate, less serious. That signal hits you in school, hits you in your first year in business. It hits you every time someone asks, wait, so are you a dietitian, in a tone that tells you exactly what they think the answer should be. And here's the thing that is costing you money. That external signal becomes internalized. You start believing the thing the absence of structure implied. And once you believe it, it doesn't stay a belief. It shows up as a number. It shows up as $250 for 3 months of real skilled transformational work. So let's name the actual chain. External devaluing first. The industry has no governing body, so it gets treated like it's optional, like it's a nice to have instead of frontline healthcare. Then internal devaluing. You absorb that signal and start operating from it without realizing that's what's actually happening. Then comes the pricing. I can see it from the number on your sales page. It's the last domino, not the first one. By the time you're staring at your price, wondering why you can't bring yourself to charge more, the actual problem has already happened 2 steps earlier. This is why just raise your prices never works as advice. I can tell you to charge $800 instead of $250. And if the belief underneath hasn't shifted, you'll find a reason not to, and you will self-sabotage. You will discount the second somebody slides into your DMs or gets on a discovery call to ask you about your offer. You'll throw in extra sessions you didn't price for. You'll feel guilty charging it, and that guilt will leak into how you sell or don't sell, and the prospect will feel that leak even if she can't name it. So here's how we're actually fixing this today in this episode. First, I need you to separate the belief from the number. Before you touch your pricing page, write down what you actually believe about the value of your work. Not what you think you should believe, but what you're actually believing right now. If there's a gap between what you believe and what you charge, raising the price without closing that gap just creates more anxiety and will not help you with your revenue goals. Second, stop pricing against your competition and start pricing against the transformation. A $250 package and an $800 package can deliver wildly different outcomes for the same client. But if you're anchoring your price into what the nutritionist down the road is charging, you are losing the point completely. You're not selling 3 months of check-ins. You're selling a woman getting her energy back, getting her sleep back, getting her life back, having energy to play with her children after dinner. Price the outcome, not the container. Here's the third and final thing. The guilt that you feel charging more is not a sign you're doing something wrong. It's a sign that the belief hasn't caught up to the price yet. And that is completely normal. It's actually expected. But most people treat it as a stop sign, and it's not a stop sign. It's just where you are in the process. Don't let that feeling talk you out of the number before you have even tested it. This is exactly the gap sales confidence exists to close. It's not a script that you memorize for sales calls or DM conversations. It's where we actually rebuild what you believe about your value so the number on the page stops feeling like a lie you're telling a client. Sales confidence is evergreen, so you can start doing this over the summer so that you can stop operating from $250 beliefs and start feeling rooted and confident in the price and the transformation that you create. The link to join Sales Confidence is in the show notes. Here's what I want you to remember. $250 for 3 months is not a pricing problem. It's a belief problem wearing a price tag. Sales confidence is where we fix that belief for you so that you can show up feeling wildly confident selling, pricing, and creating your offer suite. Okay, that's everything for today. I will see you back here for another episode next week with a guest. Thank you so much for spending a part of your day with me. I want to remind you to take a moment and notice what this conversation has stirred up inside of you. You get to decide what you want to do with that. I'll see you in the next episode. Until then, continue to build boldly and own it fully.